Hello, Kevin from J&M Roofing Services. This is Joel from JND SEO. We spoke briefly on the phone today, and I told you I'd send you this video over. So I'm going to show you 3 ways that you can beat your competition online. And I don't want to waste your time, Kevin. I don't want to waste mine. So I'm going to make this as quick as possible. If at the end of the video you want to hear more information, let's set up a 10-minute phone call. If not, no problem. Take the free tips and strategies that I'm going to give you today, and you could actually go ahead and apply them right to your site. All right, so the first thing I'd love to talk about today would be content. So I'm on your home page now, and I'm just kind of scrolling through to see how much content you guys do have on your site. You guys have a little bit about getting a free consultation. You do have your services offered, a little bit about inspections, your contractors, and let's see, residential roofing, commercial roofing inspections. I'm going to say you guys probably have maybe somewhere between 4, maybe even 500 words of content. What I'm really looking for, though, is about 1,500. And the reason why I want so much is that 99.9% of businesses don't have that. But the other reason is that Google actually will go through your page, and they're actually going to count all the words of content that you do have. And they're also going to count all of your keywords, and they're actually going to rank you based on that. And that's what's going to help you to show up in other searches. So the other reason, though, probably the most important why you really do want so much words of content on your page, is that the more content you have on your page, the more keywords and keyword phrases you can put into that content. Just as an example, I've put in roofing Jacksonville FL for Florida. Top thing you're going to see is that all these ads show up at the top of the page, right? These happen for all services. Mostly any search on Google, you're going to find some ads. And basically, companies are basically paying to be seen first in front of new customers. And the search I put in, roofing Jacksonville FL, that is a search term that a new customer would put in if they're looking for a company. Top 3 companies will show up in this map section here on this little preview screen. This is all based on citations. Citations are when you get your business name, address, and phone number all listed together into a directory site. These are sites like Yelp, Yellow Pages, Home Advisor, just to name a few. There's many, many more. After that map section, we're going to run into our organic section. This is where we start to see company names showing up with websites. And there'll be 10 results that show up per page on every page, as long as there's enough results for it. And these don't show up randomly at all. They really all show up based on Google's algorithm. Now, we did talk about 2 parts of that algorithm, our content and keywords, which we have addressed already. There's a few more things that we'll talk about here in a little bit. But these are all showing up based on that and in reference to our keyword search, which was roofing Jacksonville FL. So if we were ranking this keyword, we would say number 1 goes to prime roofing, number 2 goes to Bigfoot roofing, number 3 goes to Yelp, with 4 going to Reliant. I could keep going, but I did say I wanted to keep this fairly short. The key I want you to remember and bring with us on this next part of the journey is that there's 10 results per page. All right, so next up, I took your website, jandmroof.com, and I went ahead and put it into a program I like to use called Ahrefs. And Ahrefs allows me to kind of see what your site is doing. And the first thing I do notice is that you guys don't have any headers on your page, right? So all I see is your web address here. And what that means is you just don't have a header. And what you can do for a header is you could put your business name, and that will allow you to be searched and found a little bit easier by Google. But also you could put in some keywords in there, which would actually help you bring in new customers. But let's just jump into the numbers a little bit. If you think of the internet as a popularity contest, whoever has the most votes is going to get the most attention. So right now we're showing 30 referring domains. These are just websites that you guys have links on, right? So if somebody wants to click one of these links on a different site, it's going to actually bring them back to your site, J&M Roof. So of the 30 referring domains or websites you guys have links on, these are sending you back 137 total links. So I mean, you can do the math. That means, roughly there's a little more than, 4.5 per site. We do see that you guys have 72 keywords or keyword phrases. These are what really bring your customers in. And this is just like what I put in as an example when I put in roofing Jacksonville FL. The 72 keywords you guys do have that are showing up right here, these are bringing you 12 visitors per month. So this number is probably not as big as you probably thought it would be. So what we can do is click your keywords and kind of find out why. First thing we do see is your business name, right? J&M Roofing. And if we look at just the first one with the and symbol, 70 people do search it just like that. And for that, you guys are in the number 6 position. Remember that the top 10 results show up on the first page. So what we're finding here is that you guys not only are in the first page, but you're knocking on the door for the top 5, which is really good. And as you get in the top 5, you'll see that you'll get a lot more visitors. And if you get in the top 3, then you'll see that you'll get even more from that. And so you will see that we have your name a lot here, right? And there's different variations with spaces, without them, different endings on some of them. Sometimes they do a symbol, sometimes and. What this means is people are searching for you by name, right? They know who you are. That's going to be some of your referrals and your potentially repeat customers. It's also going to be people who see your signs and your trucks, right? Maybe they're driving on the road, weren't able to write it down, didn't have enough time, right? Or they were driving, so they just couldn't do it. So they have to Google you, right? And that's what they're gonna do. They're gonna go home, Google you, and find your information and call you. So you want to bring in all that customers, right? Because those are customers you should have. That's going to be your referrals, right? They're looking for you. But you also want to bring in new customers. And so what we want to do is find, let's see, where's a really good one? This is a great term here. Commercial Roofing Contractors, Jacksonville FL. 40 people do search this term every month. And for this one, though, you guys are number 37. What that tells us, if it's 10 per page, right, is that you're at the bottom of the 4th page. Unfortunately, the sad truth with all Google searches, no matter what it is, people just don't go to page 2. You know, and if you think about it, how often when you do a search do you go to the 2nd page? Because usually we just don't, unfortunately. And so this, unfortunately, being on page 4 here, like this one, it's not going to get you anyone to come to your site. Then we have another one here. It's a good one. Roofing Companies, Jacksonville, Florida. 60 people do search it, and you guys number 41, so top of the 5th page. So I think the problem we're kind of seeing is these top results, which are just your name, you guys are actually on the 1st page. But then as we kind of scroll down, you quickly jump to page 3, and that's about these first ones, the only ones that we're really getting on the 1st page for. So what I want to do is quickly run to one of your competitors, Prime Roofing, right? And I want to just kind of glance at them in here. 489 referring domains, sending them back 2,780 links to their page. For over 4,000 keywords, sending them back over 2,000 visitors. We do see they have a header on the top of their page as well, which is their name and a few keywords. Let's quickly grab their keywords here and take a look at where their traffic's coming from. So here's a really good one for bringing in new customers. Roofing, Jacksonville FL. 350 people searched that term, so there's a lot of good volume there. And they are in the 1st position, so they're going to get a majority of that percentage. Let's see, nightclub, that's not going to be as helpful. Roofing, Jacksonville, Florida, that's a good one. 80 people do search it, and they're number 1 for that. So you can kind of see the idea, right? If you scroll down, we're seeing that they're in the top 10 for a lot of these pretty good searches. And if we kept going, you know, they're going to start to fall off a little bit. But they are getting most of their traffic from those first ones where they're in the top 10 for. All right, so that was just a little bit, Kevin, about content backlink citations. Would love to talk more. If you guys have 10 minutes, you know, we could set up a phone call. If not, take the free tips I did give you guys today and go ahead and apply them. Thank you for your time. Only thing I do ask is just for some feedback. So I'll just give you guys a call and you can let me know what you thought of the video. Thank you for your time. I really do appreciate it, though. Have a great day.